So often in combat sports, heat is manufactured. In this case, it's real. In the middleweight division, Jake Bostwick versus Julian Lane had a confrontation that was nearly physical before the weigh-ins with Jake Bostwick. And it's carrying the flag of his native England, Jake Bostwick.
174.1 pounds. His bare-knuckle record stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight 175.9.
The fighters eagerly up to scratch. Round number one. Blue trunks with black for the Englishman Jake Bostwick. Solid black trunks for Julian Lane.
And I saw something right there, right at the very beginning. Julian Lane ducked his head down. I wonder if Bostwick saw that, because if so, you could expect some uppercuts to be starting to go.
The right uppercut just misses from Bostwick. Big right hand, and Bostwick is dropped by Lane.
4, 5, 6,
Mandatory 8 count from Dan Morgliata.
And you can tell right as soon as he hit him, it didn't look like it hurt him bad. It was just a flash knockdown.
Bostwick coming forward aggressively after the jab, snap jab from Lane, then pivots out. 80 seconds remaining, round number one. Lane keeping his hands high and tight. Bostwick to the body, off balance.
Man, and this looks like everything Julian Lane throws is powerful. He's touched him twice, and he's kind of wobbled at both times.
To the center of the ring. Lane misses with that snap jab, overhand right. Right hand just misses from Bostwick. 50 seconds remaining, round number one. Jab again from Lane.
You know, we've talked about the experience factor being key right there. Julian Lane's had a lot more fights. I know Bostwick has one. He thinks, okay, I got it now. Julian Lane, so no, you don't. I have the experience here, and I'm going to show you tonight.
Last sequence, you saw Bostwick, two big right hands. They were blocked by that high, tight striking guard of Julian Lane. Now 20 seconds remaining, round number one. More movement from Julian Lane than we've seen in his four previous BKFC bouts, Chris.
Absolutely.
Jab again from Lane. Jab to the body from Bostwick.
I mean, you know, Lane usually feels like he's the stronger puncher, the stronger individual. He's in there with another very... And there he punched him, got him right behind the ear right there, using the punch. Bostwick was all right, but it was a clean knockdown. And we got to hear a lot of technical advice from the corners right there of Julian Lane.
Lane, a slide step off the scratch line. Stepped right into that left hand of Bostwick. Lane again working the jab. Bostwick, you see the feints? Good left hand. And right back out.
He's throwing those uppercuts in there a little bit too. I think he sees Julian Lane's ducking his head in a little bit.
Long jab from Bostwick doesn't get through. Good head movement from Lane. Another jab from the Englishman, Jake Bostwick. And right just misses from Lane. 80 seconds remaining, round two. We thought perhaps we would see a firefight. This has become very technical.
Absolutely. Julian Lane doing a good job of blocking those big overhand rights that are coming from Bostwick.
Right hand, big right hand, there's the uppercut, and down goes Jake Bostwick again.
And you can just see the power difference right there. Every time Julian Lane lands a big punch, he hurts Bostwick.
It was on the rear right uppercut. Dan Morgliata allows this fight to continue. Bostwick eager to get back and lands that right hand. Now the turn from Lane. Overhook held by Bostwick, that gets the break.
Back it up. Let's go.
Bostwick down in round number one, down here in round number two. 30 seconds remaining, second round. Bostwick off the jab, Lane with the jab. See the continual feinting from Jake Bostwick. Step in. Almost the footwork of a Superman punch there from Lane. Slightly elevated when he threw the right hand. Bostwick jab to the sternum. See Lane hands down on his bike on the back pedal. That ends round number two. Still to come tonight, 4 world title fights. We will culminate In our main event, it is the fight for the BKFC Heavyweight World Championship. The title holder, Joey Beltran, versus Sam Shoemaker.
And here's that knockdown. Just caught him right on the button there. And then the uppercut. Once again, it just seems to be the power of Julian Lane right now that's making the difference in this fight. Both guys are landing some punches, but when Lane lands those punches, it hurts.
All right, total
Set
line.
for round number 3.
Knuckle up.
Presumably 10-8, 10-8 for Julian Lane based on those 2 knockdowns, 1 apiece. Round 1, round 2. Snap jab from Julian Lane.
Bostwick seems like he's coming up short most of the time with his punches. Either he's landing these big punches that are being blocked by Julian Lane, or he's not able to just quite get it far enough. He needs to step in more as he throws these punches. Come in behind the jab and then throw that big punch.
Smear of blood on the face of Jake Bostwick. It's a mouse that has popped under his left eye. That blood is transferred to his forehead. Overhand right from Bostwick coming forward.
And Bostwick has a sense of urgency right now. Down 2 rounds to none with 2 knockdowns. He's coming forward with bad intentions right now, but so's Julian Lane.
Big overhand rights from Lane. Bostwick again trying to enter off of the jab, loading up the right, misses on the overhand. Jab to the body now from Jake Bostwick.
And Bostwick is leaking all over the place. Bleeding from several different spots.
50 seconds remaining, round number 3 of this 175-pound bout. Bostwick misses with that right to the body, lands with that left jab. Better round for Jake Bostwick.
Once again, he's got that sense of urgency right now. You can tell he's stepped up his punch output. He's stalking his opponent.
Heavy stalking pressure indeed for Jake Bostwick into the clinch.
They're letting him fight inside as long as they're continuing to punch.
Dan Mogliato ruling this is an active clinch. There's the inactivity in the break. Right back to it, orders Mogliato.
And with the amount of blood right now that Bostwick's losing right now, I think that's where that sense of urgency is right there. He's thinking, I'm bleeding so bad, I got to finish this fight.
Lane, arms extended, trying to bait Bostwick in just before. So he had enough pressure and dexterity to grip the towel. Round number 3. Certainly did, though, look down at his hand. Round number 2. Round number 4.
You know, with the way the fight's going, if it's correct like we're scoring it, you know, the first 2 rounds, 10-8, even if Bostwick wins the next 3 rounds, unless he gets a knockdown, he'd lose by 1 point.
Jab again from Lane.
And the blood's already starting to flow.
Chris, this is a new level of jab, a new level of movement for Julian Lane. And this is 5th bout in BKFC. Bostwick looking for a way back.
Once again, you talked about the new level right there. That could just be the maturation and just his understanding the fight game a little bit better. Bare knuckle, the more fights you do, the better you get. We've seen that guys who have had 7, 8 fights, we're starting to get to that level. They're definitely better.
Bostwick moving this back to the center of the ring. On the jab, there's the right hand from Jake Bostwick. Left to the body. 50 seconds remaining, round number 4.
Like you said, Julian Lane throwing a lot more jabs. He's landing some of those, but you'd like to see him land one of those big punches again that really do a lot of damage. If he could get 1 more knockdown, sure, definitely secure this fight.
Bostwick continuing to try to land that big overhand right off of the one, off of the jab. Continual feints as well for Bostwick. 20 seconds remaining in the 4th round. Good jab from Lane. Jab to the sternum, just off the mark from Bostwick. Misses with that overhand lead left. Blood all over the face of Jake Bostwick. Back into the pocket goes Lane, right back out. We will move to the 5th and final round. And final round of this middleweight fight, Jake Bostwick versus Julian Lane. Again, Bostwick dropped in round number 1, dropped again by Lane in round 2. Good right hand by Lane and then exits.
I mean, and Bostwick has to have a sense of urgency right now. He's got to feel like he's down the scorecard.
Balance punch. Rare sloppy punch from Lane in this fight. Just with that right hand.
But I am very impressed with Bostwick's cardio. He looks like he's just as fresh as he was in the first round.
Without question. Bostwick has been extremely disciplined with his tight boxing. You see the stance, you see the guard. Left hand. Bostwick continually loading up that overhand right off of the jab. Feinting with that right hand. 110 remaining in this fight. Right hand doesn't get through the arms of Julian Lane.
Julian Lane doing a great job of defense there. Even when he gets hit, he's blocking it. It's nothing's coming through clean.
Uppercuts now with the left hand for Bostwick from the clinch. Lane snatching the overhook. Bergliata allowing this to continue, correctly so. Really good referee from Dan Bergliata.
Absolutely. They put him in there for a reason. They knew there's a lot of bad blood between these two guys. They needed Dan Bergliata.
Forward pressure from Bostwick in the closing stages of this fight. It's not automatic on a 10-8, but most likely we will see 10-8s, at least from two of the three Florida judges' scorecards in rounds 1 and 2 in favor of Lane because of those knockdowns.
Like you said, it's probable but not mandatory.
The judging criteria, bare-knuckle fighting still evolving. We're just 3 years into the modern revitalization of the sport, led by BKFC founder and President David Feldman. The bell, the end of the fight. That's a nice moment between